The Minecraft cheater got unbanned. The person who exposed him got their channel deleted. A YouTuber lost everything, exposing dangerous healthcare workers while they kept their jobs. Amazon just deleted entire game libraries people paid for. And a creator is receiving Hitler comparisons and death threats over a Roblox update they had nothing to do with. The final stage of a corrupt system isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It's methodical, and it's already here. This is FameFail. Cheaters get unbanned, exposers get deleted, courts bankrupt the honest and shield the guilty, physical media disappears, games you paid for vanish overnight, and the people who push back get death threats. If this channel means anything to you, subscribe right now and hit the bell, because today's video is the clearest and most complete picture we've ever drawn of how broken this all really is. 9 chapters, every one of them documented. Let's go. Chapter 1, Mouse PI for Hire, the game that accidentally described everything. Before we get into the real-world cases, let's talk about Mouse PI for Hire, because this game is doing something that almost no AAA release bothers to do anymore. It's telling the truth about power through fiction. The premise is a 1930s noir detective world populated by animals, corrupt police, corrupt politicians, evidence destroyed by burning down offices, powerful figures eliminating anyone in their way and hiding behind institutional protection. The detective, the honest one, the one trying to do the right thing, operates alone, underfunded, constantly undermined by the system he's supposed to trust. IGN gave it a mediocre score. Moist CR1 Tickle couldn't believe it. The IGN Mouse PI review became its own controversy because the game is creative, genuinely crafted, and genuinely saying something, and a critic with an institutional platform couldn't see it. IGN ratings, as has been documented repeatedly, make zero sense when a thoughtful original game scores lower than generic corporate releases built on proven formulas. But here's the thing, Mouse PI is topping Steam charts anyway. Winrose, Pragmata, Mouse PI, indie and AA games built with actual vision are outperforming massive corporate releases from Ubisoft and Xbox. The audience has always known. The institutions validating the wrong things are increasingly irrelevant to what people actually play, watch, and care about. Chapter 2. Marlow unbanned. The cheater returns. The exposer is deleted. Marlow, the #1 ranked Minecraft player who was exposed as a complete fraud, cheating accusations, AI voice allegations, fabricated competitive credentials, has been unbanned. The person who exposed him, who did the documentation work, who assembled the evidence, who published the receipts, had their YouTube channel deleted. Not suspended. Deleted. Aximity's channel. Gone. The exposure content, the context, the record of what happened, wiped from the platform while the subject of the exposure gets to play again. This is not an accident. This is not an edge case. This is the system functioning as designed. The person with resources, connections, and the ability to apply platform pressure kept their access. The person who made them visible lost everything. Chapter 3, David, Trial, Verdict, and Possible Death Penalty. David's situation has escalated from arrest to formal charges to the possibility, now being discussed publicly in multiple videos, of a death penalty outcome. The details that have emerged paint a picture of a person accused of killing Celeste, potentially to protect a career-ending secret involving a relationship with a minor. The evidence being presented in public commentary is being described as damning. The framing and coverage has shifted from suspect to language far more certain, with creators producing detailed timelines of motive, opportunity, and cover-up. Creators who had streamed with him and publicly defended him like Jason the Ween, have themselves been cancelled for that association alone. The blast radius of this case keeps expanding outward, catching people who simply knew him. Chapter 4. Roblox suing condo creators. Too little, too late, and still broken. Roblox is finally suing condo game creators. For those not familiar, condo games are exploitative, often sexually explicit experiences that have existed on the platform for years, accessible to the children who make up the majority of Roblox's user base. Years of documented reports, years of community outrage, years of platform silence. Now, after a Nevada settlement costing $12.5 million and mounting international regulatory pressure, Roblox is taking legal action against the people creating this content. The response from longtime observers was not celebration, it was exhaustion. This should have happened years ago. The fact that it required a state government to extract a multi-million-dollar settlement before basic child safety enforcement began tells you exactly where Roblox's priorities actually sit and have always sat. Simultaneously, UGC theft is escalating in a new form. Creators who designed high-quality avatar items are finding their work stolen, repackaged, and sold at half price through methods exploiting gaps in automated moderation. Appeals get rejected by the same broken AI system that bans innocent accounts with no recourse. Chapter 5. Jay Riddle versus Mauki. False accusations and the cowards who enable them. The German YouTube community is still processing the full fallout of the Annie the Duck and Mauki situation, and every new update makes it worse. The core of it, Mauki ran a false smear campaign against Annie the Duck that destroyed her career. This has now been confirmed with documentation. The person who started the original fake donation that ignited the entire defamation chain has been revealed. Stay, Milchbaum, Jen Yan, and others produced what Kuchen Talks accurately called bottomless statements. Non-apologies dressed as reflection. Both sides framing applied to a situation where one side fabricated a campaign and one side lost everything because of it. Mauki's own girlfriend stepped in to defend him publicly and ended up destroying her own credibility in the process. Another creator, Parabel Ritter, was called out specifically for still trying to split the blame equally when the evidence clearly doesn't support that framing. Gronk finally addressed it. Revd is involved. The rabbit hole keeps going deeper. But Annie the Duck's career was already destroyed before any of these corrections arrived. That's the timeline that matters. The truth came too late to undo the damage. It always does. Chapter 6. When stealing pays more than creating, and the system that protects it. Let's start with content theft. Channels are stealing fan-made animations, original commentary videos, creative compilations, repackaging them without credit, without permission, and without consequence, and uploading them as their own. GTA YouTubers documented this extensively. Turkish channels taking entire scripted video concepts, translating them and publishing them to massive audiences, with the original creators having no functional path to recovery. The DMCA system processes a strike. The thief creates a new account. The cycle repeats. YouTube itself, the platform that spent years publicly criticizing reaction content as low effort and parasitic, now creates its own reaction and streaming content. Then there's the music theft angle. Oliver Tree reconstructing South Star's remix note for note and releasing it as an original track, gaining millions of streams while the actual creator watches from a fraction of that audience with no legal recourse that meaningfully compensates the damage. And then there's the streaming piracy angle that connects to a much larger pattern. Someone built an app that effectively replaced every major streaming service for free. Chapter 7. Freedom of speech is collapsing and nobody notices until it's gone. Capcom forced a 216,000 subscriber YouTuber to delete over 1,000 videos. 1,000 years of documented gaming content gone. Not for piracy, for coverage Capcom didn't like, criticism that made them look bad, preserved in a public archive they wanted erased. A creator received a 1-year hardware ban from what appears to be either a negative political opinion or a cheating accusation, with the actual reason never clearly communicated. LEGO is refusing to sell exclusive sets to critical YouTubers. The message is transparent. Your purchasing access is conditional on your opinion of us. Criticize the brand, lose the products. A house search was conducted in Germany over a politician insult posted online. Steam is fighting UK government mandates that would require real ID submission to access gaming platforms. Discord, Roblox, and multiple other platforms face legal pressure toward mandatory ID verification. An indie game trailer was banned from the BAFTAs for containing themes deemed triggering, while content that is demonstrably predatory, exploitative, and harmful to children operates freely on every major platform generating revenue. Chapter 8. Hatred, death threats, and punishing people for others' decisions. Creekcraft is receiving death threats and Hitler comparisons over Zeal, a Roblox-adjacent situation he had no meaningful control over. Death threats. For a gaming platform update, the person on the receiving end of this is a content creator who built a career entertaining children on Roblox. MrBeast's situation follows the same pattern from a different angle. People accusing him of doing everything for money. The same accusation leveled at Melstroy, treating financial motivation as moral corruption rather than the basic reality of how content creation at scale works. Pragmata, a game whose development has been troubled and whose communication has been poor, is being attacked not with criticism of its development decisions, but with personal accusations against anyone who expresses interest in playing it. Chapter 9. The Death of Ownership. Games, Media, and the Vanishing. Amazon deleted game libraries. Titles people purchased with real money. Gone. No warning adequate to the permanence. No refund adequate to the loss. Just gone. Because Amazon decided the service was no longer worth running and the concept of permanent digital ownership was never actually real. Ubisoft's leaked internal development schedule reveals a company so financially overextended, $2 billion annually in operating costs against releases generating a fraction of that. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Remake may genuinely be their only viable 2026 release. The Simpsons couch gags, one of the longest-running animated creative traditions in television history, have been quietly ended. Not enough budget. FameFail exists to make sure we stay surprised, to make sure we stay angry, to make sure the receipts stay organized and the record stays public. Tell me in the comments, which chapter today hit the hardest? Which case made you the most angry? And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it right now. This is FameFail. See you next time.